Imagine this. Your life is a beautiful masterpiece, and every single day, you're given a fresh brush and a blank canvas. The real question is, what will you create? What kind of story will you share through your actions, your thoughts, and your daily routines? The truth is, success doesn't appear overnight. It is created slowly, day after day, through consistent effort. Now hear me out carefully. There are 10 simple habits that, if practiced regularly, can completely change your life. These habits will shape your personality, drive your ambitions, and guide your future. First, have a specific goal each day. A ship without a destination is controlled by the wind. It moves, but aimlessly. It might go far, but it never truly arrives anywhere. The same is true for a person who wakes up without a goal. They may stay busy, constantly doing things, but that doesn't mean they're making progress. Being busy is not the same as being effective. Activity doesn't equal success. Clarity is the base of all greatness. No strong kingdom, no powerful movement, no meaningful legacy was ever built on confusion. A mind that isn't directed is like a wild animal, restless, messy, and easily pulled by the loudest noise. Distractions, pressure, and demands come from all sides, and without clarity, those things control you. But once you set an intention, once you decide where you're headed, you begin to take back control. Before the noise of the day takes over, before the world pulls your attention in every direction, take a moment. Choose one goal for the day. Not 5. Not 3. Just one. It doesn't have to be huge or life-altering, but it must be chosen on purpose. Maybe it's making a tough choice. Maybe it's finally finishing something you've been putting off. Maybe it's learning something new. The power isn't in how big the goal is. It's in how clear it is. When your mind has something specific to aim at, it gains purpose. You shift from being passive to being in charge. You stop floating and start steering. You stop reacting and begin responding. You start shaping your day instead of letting the day shape you. This is the secret behind amazing results. They don't come from rare moments of motivation. They don't come from dreams alone. They come from stacking focused days, one on top of another. The person who wakes up with purpose creates their own future. A vague wish has never built anything great. A foggy dream has never left a legacy. But clarity has, and always will. Next, begin each day with a mindset of thankfulness. You need to know this. Your thoughts shape your future. It's not luck, not your situation, and not even talent that decides where your life goes as much as your way of thinking does. At the heart of a strong and steady mind is one powerful habit: gratitude. Most people wake up feeling heavy. They worry about the day ahead. Their minds focus on problems, on what they don't have, on what might go wrong. This kind of thinking is like a mental prison. It locks them into fear, doubt, and negativity. What they don't realize is that they have the power to change everything with a small shift. Just one simple habit that takes less than a minute can change the way the mind works. Each morning, before the day pulls you in different directions, stop for a moment. Breathe. Think of 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big. It could be something as basic as waking up today. The roof over your head. A kind word from a friend. A new opportunity, no matter how small. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing to notice what's already good. This change in perspective isn't just feel-good thinking. It's power. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your mind switches from fear to hope, from limits to possibilities. And a mind that sees possibilities will always find a way. It will spot chances when others only see blocks. It will look for solutions, not excuses. Remember, gratitude isn't only an emotion, it's a habit. It's a tool you can use against fear, doubt, and worry. People who practice it aren't easily shaken by tough times. They've trained their mind to see beyond the setback, to focus on what's possible, not what's missing. The strongest minds aren't the ones that have never felt pain. They're the ones that have learned how to see differently. And gratitude is the root of that strength. Another key habit: read for 30 minutes each day. Every great mind has grown through learning, through the knowledge of the past, the understanding of the present, and the visions of the future. These are the pieces that build personal and mental growth. If you want to raise the quality of your thinking and make your mind sharper and stronger, you must become a lifelong learner. The world is noisy and full of distractions, but few things are as life-changing as reading. A single book can change the entire path of your life. One idea, one powerful thought can break old limits and open doors you didn't even know existed. Knowledge isn't just power, it's freedom. It frees you from confusion, from being stuck, and from repeating the same mistakes. Every page you read stretches your understanding. It helps you look beyond what you currently know. The greatest minds, leaders, thinkers, creators, they all have one thing in common: they never stop learning. They know that just like the body needs food and exercise, the mind needs fresh ideas and challenges. Muscles grow stronger with daily training. The mind gets sharper with daily learning. The secret is in making it a habit. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day, that small step brings massive growth. Some people say books are old-fashioned, but deep wisdom never gets old. Reading isn't just about getting information, it's about gaining insight. In a world filled with shallow updates and constant scrolling, reading is a bold choice. It shows you care more about depth than distraction, more about growth than quick fixes. You are always one book away from a big realization. One strong idea can shift your perspective, change your routines, and lead you toward greatness. But that transformation won't happen if you don't take that first step. Decide today. Read for 30 minutes. Let it be the starting point of a powerful mind. One day, you'll look back and realize the best thing you ever did was build your mind. Next, take charge of the way you talk to yourself. You are in control of your future, not because of luck or fate, but because of the power of your own thoughts. Your mind is like a rich field. It will grow what you plant in it. If you plant fear and doubt, you'll grow failure and sadness. But if you plant belief, purpose, and strength, your life will bloom in amazing ways. Think about the person who tells himself, "I'm weak." His posture sinks. His voice becomes uncertain. His energy fades. He doesn't need to be held back by chains. He's already trapped by his own thinking. Now picture the person who tells himself, "I'm strong. I can do this. I will succeed." He moves with confidence, speaks with power, and acts with faith. The difference isn't in what they own or where they come from. The difference is in what they believe. Pay close attention to the way you speak to yourself. Your inner words are the design for your future. If you say, "I can't," your body listens and follows. But if you say, "I'm learning how," you turn on a mindset that sees growth and progress. Don't say, "I'm not good enough." Say, "I'm getting better every day." That small change in how you speak changes your mind and your world. Words aren't just sounds. They're powerful forces. They shape your thoughts and your reality. Every word you say is like a seed planted deep in your mind. If you talk about failure, it will grow. If you speak about success, it will grow too. The most successful people in history, the ones who rose from nothing, understood this truth. They spoke their dreams out loud long before those dreams came true. Don't say life is unfair. Life responds to the way you think. Speak with care. Think with boldness. Act with belief. And slowly, the world will change around you. Discomfort every single day. Man wasn't built for comfort, but for conquest. History has never been written by those who hid in ease, and success has never belonged to the man who avoided struggle. Comfort is a quiet thief. It steals ambition, dulls your drive, and tricks the mind into settling. Every time you run from discomfort, you don't just stand still, you actually move backward. Growth is born from hardship, and anyone aiming for greatness must first accept the struggles that shape it. The most successful people of our time, the ones who rose from nothing to build empires, create wealth, and gain influence, have one powerful thing in common. They don't avoid difficulty. They go straight toward it. They step into discomfort the same way a blacksmith steps into fire, knowing only heat and pressure can shape strong steel. They realize progress doesn't live in comfort, but in pushing to the edges of what they can take. If you want to earn your place among those people, you must train yourself to deal with what others avoid. Do something that challenges you every single day. Wake up before the sun and take control of your morning. Push yourself past tiredness, past convenience, and beyond what you once believed you could handle. Speak even when your voice shakes. Move forward even when fear tells you to stop. Take chances, even when it's safer to settle. Every single act of discomfort pushes your limits, toughens your will, and strengthens your spirit. Know this, when you get used to discomfort, you grow stronger. Each tough experience you overcome lays another stone in the foundation of your success. Every struggle you face with courage builds the muscles of your character. You weren't born for ease, but for victory. The world does not kneel to the man who chases comfort. It respects the man who faces pain and keeps going. So I tell you, push forward and overcome. Say no to ease. Say no to stillness. Greet discomfort like a trusted friend, because in that struggle lies your real strength. The one who dares to suffer today is the one who leads tomorrow. Master the ability to focus. Success isn't given only to the lucky, and failure doesn't only happen to the unlucky. Both are shaped by habit, by discipline, or the lack of it. In today's world, the biggest threat to discipline is distraction. It silently destroys dreams. It robs people of purpose while they don't even notice. It doesn't attack suddenly or loudly. It sneaks in slowly, breaks your focus, weakens your ambition, and replaces effort with meaningless distractions. We live in a noisy world. Constant alerts, endless entertainment, and small distractions pull your attention in 100 directions. But hear this, whatever you focus on, you feed. If you let your attention drift toward distractions, you're growing the seeds of mediocrity. But if you learn to aim your focus with purpose, you will grow success. A man who always focuses on problems will drown in doubt. But a man who trains his mind to find answers will discover that every challenge holds an opening. That choice is yours. Control your focus, and you control your future. Teach yourself to work on one thing at a time. Block out interruptions. Turn off the noise. Set clear hours for deep, focused work. Make focus a serious habit, something sacred, not to be disturbed by minor things. Know this, the man who holds his focus holds his future. Distraction is where the unfocused hide. It's the excuse of those who lack commitment. But the man who guards his attention like a soldier guards his sword, sharp, steady, and strong, will carve his name into the story of success. So I say, protect your focus like it's your treasure, because it is. It's more valuable than gold. Don't let simple distractions or small pleasures steal your destiny. Guide your mind. Aim your attention, and the world will respond to the power of your focus. Build unbreakable self-discipline. The path to success isn't built with good ideas or short bursts of motivation. It's made of daily discipline, strong, steady, and necessary. Discipline is the bridge that connects dreams to real achievements. It's the power that separates those who only talk from those who take action. The person who masters discipline shapes his future. The one without it becomes controlled by everything around him. Here's a truth many don't want to hear. Feelings can't be trusted. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. If you only act when it's easy, you won't get anything done. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's getting out of bed early when staying in feels good. It's working while others rest. It's pushing forward when others stop. Discipline is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it. Every time you choose to act instead of delaying, every time you keep going instead of quitting, every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build mental strength. You gain real self-confidence, the kind that isn't handed to you, but earned. Believe this. Discipline is the real path to freedom. A person without discipline is a prisoner to their urges, ruled by distractions, stuck in short-term thinking. But a disciplined person is in control. He doesn't wait for motivation. He moves anyway. And by doing that, he controls his life. Remember, talent can open a door, but only discipline keeps it open. Big goals can light a spark, but only discipline keeps the fire burning. No one becomes great without learning how to control themselves. So train yourself like a warrior prepares for battle. Strengthen your will. Stay committed. Choose discipline today, tomorrow, and every day that follows. Because once discipline becomes your normal way of living, success becomes your natural outcome. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. A man isn't only shaped by what he thinks and does. He's shaped by who he keeps close. Show me who's in your inner circle, and I'll show you where your life is heading. Whether you realize it or not, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their habits become your habits. Their thoughts affect your thinking. Their standards set your standard. If you spend time around people who always complain, you'll start making excuses too. If you're with those who settle for failure and see challenges as impossible, you'll slowly start to think the same way. But if you choose to be around those who dream big, push limits, and chase success, you'll rise to that level too. You'll think bigger, act braver, and aim higher. So choose carefully. The people around you either push you ahead or hold you back. There's no middle ground. Spend time with people who sharpen your mind, challenge your thinking, and won't let you settle. Find mentors, people who've done what you hope to do. Talk with those who stretch your thinking and help you see past your current limits. The right group of people will change you quicker than any speech or video ever will. You won't need motivation when you're surrounded by a culture of progress. When you're near greatness, you can't stand being average. When you're around the ambitious, standing still becomes impossible. So I'm telling you, pick your circle with care. Spend time with giants, and you'll learn to stand taller. Connect with people who think, act, and move toward progress, and soon you will too. If you want to improve your life, improve the standard of those you allow into it. Your future isn't left to chance. It's shaped by the people you choose to walk beside. Take daily steps toward your dreams. A dream without action is nothing more than a wish. It's a quiet hope that disappears before it takes shape. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It doesn't reward those who only dream. It belongs to the person who moves, who works, and who refuses to let even a single day pass without making progress. Dreams don't work unless you do. You can't just sit and hope. You have to act. Knocking alone will not do. Fortune does not come to those who sit back. It favors the ones who are determined. Every person who rose from nothing to greatness did it through their own hard work. He didn't sit around waiting for the perfect time. He didn't wait for the world to favor him. He began exactly where he was, using what he had, and he took that first step. And you must do the same. Each day gives you a chance, a moment to move forward. No matter how small the step, forward is forward. Progress doesn't come from one giant act of success. It's built in the quiet, repeated effort you put in every single day. A person who keeps moving, even just a little, is already way ahead of the one who does nothing. Start now. Do one thing today that brings you closer to what you want. Don't fall for the lie that big wins happen suddenly. Every big result you see is just the outcome of many small, steady actions built up over time. The writer who writes a single page every day will someday hold a book of his own. The person who improves just 1% each day will look completely different in a year. That's how effort works. It cannot be avoided, denied, or beaten. Those who follow its rules rise, and those who ignore it slowly fade into the crowd. So hear this. Take action. Not tomorrow, not next month. Today. Right now. Because the one who acts today becomes the one who leads tomorrow. The one who waits will spend his life watching others reach the very things he only ever imagined. End each day with thought and improvement. What separates the one who grows from the one who stays the same isn't just talent, luck, or even hard work. It's reflection. The world moves fast. Many people rush through their days without ever stopping to ask, "What did I learn?" But the person who takes even a few quiet minutes each night to turn inward, check his progress, review his choices, and look for ways to do better, he moves far ahead of those who never pause. Before you go to sleep, take a moment to ask yourself, what did I do right today? Where did I fall short? How can I improve tomorrow? Because success doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from learning, changing, and getting better every single day. The person who fears making mistakes won't do anything at all. But the one who learns from those mistakes will use them as building blocks. He'll turn challenges into chances to grow. Every day brings a lesson. Some will teach you how to be patient. Some will test your focus. Others will show you flaws you didn't know you had. But if you look at them honestly, each one will leave you wiser than you were the day before. The greatest people in history, the ones who built businesses, led countries, and left behind powerful legacies, weren't perfect. But they understood one thing deeply. Knowing yourself is where real strength begins. They didn't keep repeating the same errors blindly. They studied themselves the way an artist studies his canvas, adjusting, improving, and constantly making better versions of their own habits. You must do the same. Give yourself time each night to look back at your day. Write it down if that helps. Celebrate what you did well. Accept where you messed up, not with guilt, but with a firm decision to do better. Because the one who wants to improve every day will always rise above the one who floats through life unaware. So I tell you, don't let even one day pass without learning something from it. The one who reflects, adjusts, and keeps growing is the one who will shape his own future. The ones who never look inward will always be controlled by things they don't see or understand. But those who study their own thoughts and actions will unlock the power to shape themselves into something greater. And that, in the end, is the real difference between those who thrive and those who merely survive. Now listen closely. These 10 habits might seem small, but their effect is huge. They are the roots of a strong mind, a solid character, and a life of true power. The real question is, will you actually use them? Will you stick to the small, steady actions that create lasting greatness? That decision is in your hands. And if you choose wisely, your future self will be grateful. So ask yourself, what habit can you begin today? Because the life you dream of isn't waiting around for someone else to hand it to you. It's waiting for you to step up and take charge. And that step, my friend, is always yours to take.